are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to make a card in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to show you how to do it with free images. You can go to Insert Images and type in card, and there's hundreds of them. I clicked Insert Shape, and then I click Square. Now I'm going over here to the Edit panel, and I'm going to change this. I'm going to unlock the lock, and I'm going to change the width to 8.5. I'm going to change the height to 5.5. And hit enter. Now this is the average size of an A2 size card. You can make a card any size you want. A2 is the standard size card, also 5x7, and you can easily buy boxes of envelopes to fit, or there's plenty of envelopes in Cricut Design Space. Now we need a score line. Insert images, and the first one is a score line. Let's put that up here. We're just going to stretch it to the length. That looks like it's in the middle, but I'm not really sure. Drag a box around it, and then I'm going to click a line, and we are going to center it. There, it was just off center. Now, to get that line to stay there, we have to attach it. Let me show you what happens if we don't attach it. So let's click go. So there's our box, but there's no score line there. The score line is way over here all by itself, not even on any paper. Let's go back, click the X, and select them both. And you can see over here they're both selected in the Layers panel because they're both blue. These are normally white when they're not selected. So let's click Attach. So there, we got it. I don't want a black card. Pick this color for now. And something else that goes on a card, some matte layers. Let's go ahead and insert shape again. This time I'm going to edit the size here. I'll put that there and just move it to where I want it. And that looks like the size I want. Of course, it's not the color I want. Let's do this one. So we're going to do one more. Unlock it, drag it, and you don't have to center these because they're going to cut out separately, and then you have to put them on. So this is the top of the card. I know really the top of the card is on the other side. This is the inside of the card. Or if you're using a solid color, it doesn't really matter which one you use. You could do this or this. It just depends on how you fold the card and which way you put it. You could write on the card or add more shapes or more images. Let's add a shape here. And let's unlock this. Let's make this go this way. You could add ribbon to the card. Okay, let's get rid of the heart. Let's just do some words. Okay, let's do Happy Day. Let's go to the Edit panel and we can choose the font. I'm going to go over here and center it. You can change the font. Okay, here's one. Now if I'm going to cut this out, I want them welded just because it's easier when they're welded when you cut it out. So first, let's bring them closer together. And bring the letters closer. Now I'm going to move this over here so I can easily manipulate it. Okay, I'm going to separate the letters so I can move them individually. Okay, now the H isn't going to be together, but that's okay. Oh, maybe I can. Have it connected to the D. Okay, so now I'm going to put a box around it and I'm going to weld it. Let's change the color. Still not happy with these colors. Okay, maybe that's better. And you may be asking why it's on this side. Because it really just doesn't matter what side it's on. I can move it to this side. Now you don't have to do this with free images, and you can change the free images. Like if I want to do a little fishtail on here, I can take these two images and slice them. delete that. Okay, now if we wanted to write on the inside of the card, I don't want to write on this side. You never want to, unless you want writing on both sides or you want to leave the other side blank. That's why I originally put this stuff over here, because this will be on the other side of this, but you can write on here. Let's just write thank you. And we can edit that. I want to center that also. This time I don't need to weld it, but I'm going to look for a font with writing style. And I think I'll use the same font, but I'm going to move them closer together, a little like that. Move it a little bigger. Now I have to attach this to the background, or it's going to cut out on different mats, like it did when I did the score tool. I have the word selected. I'm going to hit Command and select the background. And you can see they're both selected, as they're both blue over here in the Layers panel. So now we want to hit Attach. Now that is attached to that, but where'd everything else go? Let's click Arrange and move this to the back. There they are. So whatever you weld, slice, or attach, it just brings it to the front because that is the last thing you worked with. If you don't want to make your own, really easy to go find one in Design Space. I'm going to click on Card. There's hundreds of cards. Look at the guitar. And you can pick these out, cut them as they are, or customize them. So here's a card that comes with an envelope. Let's move down so we can work with this one. So this is the card. It gets folded right here. See the score line? And then it comes with all these embellishments. Now this one you can't really cut on the inside because of the way this is. Because of the special cut this has, you can't write on this side. But if I take that and flip it around, I can write on this side, and then this will be over here, and then you can write right inside here and say congratulations or whatever you like to say. And because I sized it while they were all still grouped together, this card will fit this envelope. I do have other videos on sizing cards and envelopes. I'll put a link to one of those up here in the corner. Click the little eye. Okay, let's hit go. This is telling me to put purple color down. And this is telling me to green. You can move things around on the mat as much as you want. And then this is the white one. This is the base. Okay, let's go back because for some reason I want to change this to a teal color. Now I want this to be the same color as that. So they cut out on the same mat. So I'm going to go to Sync and move this green one down to the blue one. There. Okay. Now I'm finally happy with those colors. Okay, so now you have your card done. If you want to share this with other people, you just click up here in the URL and copy it, and then paste it anywhere you want to share it. You cannot share the file if it has uploaded images or uploaded patterns. So let's pretend I just got this file from somebody who shared it. I want to change it a little, make it my own. So I want to change this thank you. So in order to do that, I need to detach it. This is detached. Let me see if I can change that. I can change the font. Because the font hasn't been welded or changed in any way by the other person, I can still change what that says. Otherwise, I might have had to restart. I'm going to say, celebrate every moment. And I'm going to put it a little closer together and put the letters closer together. And make it a little smaller. So there, I'm going to keep it like that. And I'm going to hit Command on a Mac and Control on a PC and click the other one. Make sure they're both selected and click Attach. So now they're back attached. And we can arrange that to the back and we have our other pieces. Okay, so I'm going to change this to Print and then click on Patterns. And these are the patterns I've uploaded. Let's do this one. I think this is my all-time favorite. And I think I want to change this also to Print and click that. So let's go ahead and change this to that too. Okay, now that one we have to edit because it's so long. So I'm going to make the print smaller so it still matches. Okay, let's see what happens when we hit go. So it's going to print this and then print that and cut it. It has a bleed around it but when it cuts out, it's going to be perfect. And then we have our card to cut out. So I'm going to cut these out and I'll come right back. Okay, I got everything ready to cut out. First, I think I want to apply this micro glaze to my printout. That's too much. You only need a little bit. I'm just rubbing it on with my finger. It really protects the printing, but it also, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, it adds a little sheen to it. But we got our happy day. Let's fold our card. As you can see, the score line is put there with Cricut Design Space. So I'm just going to fold it. And I'm going to use a bone folder just to get the score line much crisper. And then the next layer is this one. And then this is going to go on top of that. I am going to ink the edges of this with an ombre ink pad that I made. I have a video where I show you how to do this. Turn it this way. And to ink the edges, I'm just pressing it on here. I think I need to glue this ink pad on there better. It just gives the edges a more finished look because the edges were white because this was white paper. I think I'm going to do that to this one too. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, I'm going to flip it around to do this one. I'll flip it around again. Throw it down. There. That looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm using this, I think it's Scotch foam tape, and I'm going to put it on the back of this. And this rips really easy. Just need it in the corners. Peel this off. And then I'm going to put this on here. And this is the hardest part, getting it even. And I seem to not be able to find my little strip here. Thought it was right here, and I can't find it. So I'm going to do something else. I tested the inking on this paper, and I really like the way it looks. And I'm going to just rip this. So best things happen when, you know, unplanned things happen. I just don't want a straight edge, so I'm just ripping it. I think that's okay. There. Just for a little extra color or something. So I'm just going to put this down here and push it into the ink. I've never done this before, so we're going to see what happens. I think it's soaking in there. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Let's do it again, and I'm going to move it up a little. And it's moving down. So we're going to get a blend of the inks. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to use art glitter glue. I get this at maymaymadeit.com. And then I'm also going to use the glue on this. You get a lot of glue for the price, and I love this because it dries quickly, but it gives you a little time to move it around if you need to. And it dries completely clear. Isn't it pretty? Okay, now let's finish the inside. When I make cards, I don't always finish the inside or do the inside until I'm ready to send, because I'm not always sure what I want to put on the inside. This one, I already have Celebrate This Moment, and I think I want to put just some washi tape underneath it. And I want to cut the washi tape so it has like a little tail. Here, let me cut that off so it's straight. So I think I want it to go here and go off to the edge of the paper. So just gives a little something. This is just an easy, simple card. And we're all done with the card. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and download my app. And there's more Cricut Design Space tutorials right here. There's also over 900 videos on my YouTube channel. You can go up here and scroll this way. Latest 3. And then scroll down. And there's tons more. And here's my Cricut Design Space tutorials. Just scroll the top ones to see the top 3. And then there's more right here. But there's plenty more on my YouTube channel. And you can search right here. Let's search Cricut. So it'll come up with plenty of videos for you to choose from. I want to give a shout out to a few of the people who support me on Patreon. Lena, Melissa, Daryl, Georgia, Mary, Tabitha, Bonnie, Lynn, Misty, Crystal, Jerry, Carla, Cheryl, Patricia, Sandy, Trish, Rhonda, Mary, June, Catherine, Tara, Carol, Shannon, Bebe, Nancy, Selena, Christy, Tracy, Valerie, Tina, and Janet.